All right, so this is actually part two of this video, or should I say take two of this video. At first, I was getting ready to have it upload, be ready to go, and then I just started seeing other stuff, and it's like, yeah, I might have to redo this video before I get any comments, because yeah, we definitely got to address a few things here. Okay, so anyway, shout out to everybody. Hope you guys doing well. Hope you enjoy the video. I'm not even gonna bore you. Let's just get right into it, man. So the short end of the story goes is this: Last of Us 1 remake is it got leaked pretty much on Reddit, as expected. It was all over Reddit. Screenshots were shown, and now they're on Twitter. They're going everywhere on Twitter. I'll be sharing those in the video so you guys can see what's up and how big of a difference it is. Ironically, my first take for this video was literally just highlighting that and showing you the difference. But now we got a little bit of a different, we got a little bit of extra, I guess, sauce to throw on this if you want to be realistic here. So why exactly are we covering this again? Why are we adding anything extra to this, you might be wondering? Well, this comes courtesy of VGC. Now, VGC is, a good website. It's been known for a lot of good stuff. I have no issues with VGC, but there was an article that they put out today, and this article is getting a lot of traction, as it should, with the title by itself, because if you look at the recent drama that's been going around for Naughty Dog in this particular game, everybody's been screaming cash grab. And now, well, let's just go ahead and look at the tweet. All right. So it says, and I quote, "Footage and comparison screenshots from The Last of Us Part 1 Remake have leaked online, with the leaker claiming there are no gameplay improvements." Now, that alone has pretty much added gasoline on the fire, and everybody's calling it a cash grab, the whole 9 yards. It's just wild. And what's even more crazy about this, which kind of like, I get it, trust me, I understand. It's a catchy tagline. I get how the whole thing works. I get the hustle. I'm not going to knock the hustle, right? But at the same time, it's hard for me to sit here and go, okay, this is the right way of going about things, you know what I mean? Especially when there's already information out here that proves this to be false. But anyway, let's go ahead and read the article. Let's go down here before we show off everything, okay? So let me skip through this and get right to it. So according to the leaker, and this is on VGC sites, links in the description below, it says, and I quote, "The game reportedly supports VRR and it will feature 2 visual modes, a gameplay mode which will focus on 4K 40 frames per second, and a dynamic mode which will run the game at 4K 60. It continues, they also said, and I quote, that the game will have a large number of accessibility options, and that were in Last of Us Part 2, and that pretty much when you upgrade your weapons at like a bench or whatever, you'll be able to see like the weapon upgrades happen in real time, or they'll be fabricated in real time, just like you saw in Last of Us 2 when you make scopes for your rifle or you make silencers for your gun. You'll see the gun get extended and the whole 9 yards. You'll see it change, for better rapid fire, I guess you can say, right? You'll see an open barrel, stuff like that. You'll see all that stuff in real time. So again, right, that's basically what they're saying here, and that's pretty much it. Now I want you to take note of what I just said. The only thing that's pretty much talked about courtesy of this leaker is accessibility options, okay, cosmetic changes to guns when you upgrade them at a bench, and the performance modes. That's it. There's nothing else mentioned, okay? Now let me take you to the PlayStation blog, and we talk about it at the PlayStation blog here, okay? Now I want you to look at this on the screen, and in fact, I'm gonna blow this up on the screen. All right, and I quote, "We've implemented modernized gameplay, improved controls, and expanded accessibility options in this single-player experience to allow even more individuals to enjoy the game. Effects, exploration, and combat have all been enhanced. Leveraging the PS5's powerful hardware, we also implemented 3D audio, haptics, and adaptive triggers. Both returning fans and new players alike will have the opportunity to experience both The Last of Us Part 1 and its prequel story Left Behind in a whole new way." So Again, no mention of this by the leaker, right? I wonder why he said all this. Maybe because he's looking for some traction. I mean, dude already got his stuff removed on Reddit, so I don't know what's going on here. But as you guys clearly can see, there are going to be some upgrades to the game. We know this flat out. Now, the only gripe I have with Last of Us 1 Remake, and again, I've been very vocal about this, you guys already know. My only gripe is the fact that factions is not included. I would have loved for factions to be included in this. That way it would tie us over going into part 2, which is going to happen next year. It would have been great to have that fill in the void so that we could, everybody who pretty much, has either left factions and, wanted to get back into it to, get prepped for part 2, we can do that and be ready to go going into part 2. You know what I mean? Just an option. It would have been a cool option, but we don't have that. So that's the only gripe I have with the remake, okay? Other than that, it looks good. And again, me reading that it's not going to have any changes or it's not going to have any upgrades, even though on the official PlayStation blog, courtesy of Neil Druckmann, who also, by the way, said this at the Summer Games Fest where he was on, camera. He was literally in person. He said this in front of Jeff Keighley when Sony botched the reveal, and they showed the reveal before Jeff Keighley could even announce it on the show. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what to really say. Like, there's actual confirmation that we are going to get some good updates to this game, and we're also going to get improvements. One of the biggest issues for Last of Us 1, especially the remaster, was the fact that the AI was not good. We're getting new and improved AI. We're getting a whole bunch of stuff here. So there you guys go. And he said, and again, it says modernized gameplay. So I guess that flat out confirms that we're going to get the, the dodging mechanic from Last of Us Part 2, because that is the now modern take on the game. Or again, improved controls. They also, you get everything. So I don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say in that regard. But I will do this. Instead of me glancing over this little blemish that, can possibly hurt the game, let's go ahead and look at the difference here, and then we'll shut it down. Sound good? So here's the PS4/PS3 version of the game, the remake, or I'm sorry, the remaster of the game. So here you guys go on the screen right now. This is the scene between Joel and obviously Sarah. This is what's been going around, as you guys already know. What do you guys notice? This game, obviously, it still looks good to this day, right? But you're going to notice something drastically different when you see the remake. Again, this looks fine, looks good, but as you guys, if we go back and we look at, the time in which we got this, we had hardware that was very, very, very limited. The PS4 and the PS3 were already maxed out at this point. Well, really, the PS3 never got maxed out, but the PS4 definitely got maxed out at the start. This was Sony's, again, attempt to make it easier for developers with x86, and it was a, rampant success. It was the redemption story Sony needed. But as you guys already know with the PS4, all the developers maxed them out immediately as soon as the console was let go or it was released. So, I mean, again, we couldn't get any crazy differences towards this game. We did get the 60 FPS option, which is good, but we didn't get anything else out of The Last of Us going into the PS4 version. Now, let's throw the PS5 version in here with the inclusion of IO throughput, the SSD, all that stuff that we talked about a bajillion times on this channel. Now you guys see the true next-gen leap of what it was, and personally, this is their true vision of how it was supposed to look like. So, as you guys see here, there's more happening on the screen. There is a lot more context to the scene. Beforehand, you had Joel looking over to the right. You couldn't even see Joel's head looking to the right, or Tommy in the rest of the scene. All you could do is pretty much, I guess, visual. Like, you could think, you could obviously you can visualize it in your head of what he's looking at and what he's saying. But that was kind of like the thing that kind of takes away from the scene, especially when she's shot as well. You don't really see it until they zoom in on Sarah. This right here is a wide angle shot. You get the full effect. There is nothing cut out. The whole thing is there. You see the gravity of the situation. You see how broken Tommy and Joel are to see, Sarah in this state. You get everything. And that right there, again, is just, it adds more layers to an already amazing scene that we we wish we would have gotten back then, right? But now we get the full vision. We get that. So right there at the gate, it looks great. This is amazing. This looks absolutely amazing. It still looks good, and I do like the attention, the new attention to detail, the new take they've done on this, or what they've done with the assets and everything. It looks good, but then you got to also think about some other stuff here, guys. You got to think about, Henry and Sam. You got to think about Bill. You got to think about everybody else. It kind of makes you wonder, what else did we not get to see when we played the PS3 and PS4 version that's going to be incorporated with this? So in many ways, you can pretty much call this, I guess, a director's cut, because you're getting the full, scenes. You're not getting bits and pieces that were cut, you know what I mean, to fit the game's perspective. No, you're getting the full situation here. So you are getting the full effect, and it's going to translate a little different now that you're going to see how everybody truly reacts naturally, now that this is running on the GPU as opposed to this being a pre-rendered scene. The pre-rendered scenes, again, there was only so much they can do with the systems at that time. Now you have very capable systems. This is why I laugh at everybody who keeps trying to throw out, PS5 Pro and all this stuff. Yes, we are going to get a PS5 Pro. Yes, that's going to happen. That's all but confirmed. We're going to get a PS5 Pro. We're going to get a new Series X console down the road. But I don't think anybody's attention should be focused on that. You should be focused on what we have now. And ironically, by the time we get a PS5 Pro, it is worth mentioning, by the time we get that PS5 Pro, I'm wondering if they're saving that for Wolverine, because a certain conversation we have. But I don't want to get into that. But makes you wonder, though. It does make you wonder. Does make you wonder. But anyway, it looks good, man. It looks good. I do think they did a great job with this. I know a lot of people were torn on the $70 price tag, and a lot of people wanted more. I'm with you. I definitely wanted Factions. If Factions was here, I would have no problem saying, guys, $70, get the whole thing. But you are getting a lot for what it is here. You're getting more context to scenes. You're getting more of the, you're getting more of the effect of what made the original so good. And that right there alone, if you're a diehard fan, that's going to make you want to go and buy this. Now, me personally, I already kind of said I caved. I will be buying this. So if you guys want to join me, I'll stream this whole thing, and we'll see just how big of a gap this is. But I am looking forward to experiencing this to see what they did. I do expect Abby to make her debut in this now that she's become a crowd favorite with part 2. I can see her being added at the end, and also her dad also being worked into this game now. Okay, so it's a lot of stuff to take into account. Or maybe there's going to be post-credit scenes or something like that. You never really know. They probably have some surprises in here, because we know for a fact that Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson did not do anything else new for this game whatsoever. So we can go ahead and count them out as them doing any extra work whatsoever. So, all right. There you guys go. As far as this game is concerned, we will find out everything else in September. And I'm looking forward to streaming that when we get there. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation in the comment section below. Appreciate you for watching. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. And also, who's playing Stray? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy. And I'll see you guys later. Deuces.